Hello and welcome. It's a good day and I hope that you have a good day too and you're blessed. We thank God for this day. Welcome, and I pray and hope that it's been another day. You have an opportunity in life to ask yourself, are you responsible? Do you take responsibility for your life? Or are you letting fate do? If you're not taking responsibility for your life, who should take that responsibility? Welcome once again. My name is Winnie Kamuya, CEO International Renaissance Center and international best-selling author, speaker, and a coach. Welcome. So what lessons can we learn from Oprah Winfrey? Because I believe that there are lessons from those who have succeeded. They say success leaves clues. So what clues, what insights can we get from Oprah on responsibility? How do you look at your life and say to yourself, this dream, I take responsibility for it? Or do you wait until fate does what it will do? It's your life. It is your choice. It is up to you to take responsibility from your life, because your life is your life. So what does she say? She says, I don't think of myself as a poor, deprived ghetto girl who made good. I think of myself as somebody who from early age knew I was responsible for myself and I had to make good. So what does she say? She says, I don't think of myself as a poor, deprived ghetto girl who made good. I think of myself as somebody who from early age knew I was responsible for myself and I had to make good. Are you responsible for yourself? So if you look at that quote, she says that she was not poor or deprived. She took responsibility. She knew, I acknowledge this is where I am. And I believe my future will be different if I can now start looking at the destiny I want for my life. How my future will be different. Starting today, I take responsibility for my life. Are you doing that? Because that is what will change the destiny of your life. You cannot hold on to a dream if you don't take any massive action. You've got to do one thing daily, small as it could look, but leading towards the destiny that you choose, that maybe you've been pushed to get out of, so that your life is different from today. You are responsible for your life. So when you take massive action, meaning each day you are moving towards that destiny that you have in mind. For you to know that your life is not where it should be, ask yourself the question, where am I today? Where do I want to be tomorrow or in 5 years? What can I do? Where am I? Where do I want to be? What can I do to fill in that gap so that I can be able to reach there? Because if you don't know where you are, and if you don't know where you're going, how will you reach there? Imagine you're taking a bus, or imagine you're taking a flight. You have no idea your starting point. So where will you get the bus from, or where will you get your flight from? And where is your bus taking you, or where is it that you want to go, so that that is your destination? So in essence, you have to know where you are and where you want to go. If you are very clear about where you are and where you want to go, then you've got to find ways to make sure you are moving towards where you want to be. And when you are moving towards where you want to be, then you should be able to reach. When you have those two things, then the next thing for you to do is to take action. You've got to take action, and when you are taking action, you are saying you are responsible for your life, because you are here, you want to be here. And if you are going to make sure that you are moving towards your destination, then you have to be doing something. You can't say, I'm here, I want to be here, and sit down and do a lot of nothing. You will not get yourself there. You have to be doing something that is moving you closer to where you want to be in the next year, in the next 2 years, in the next 10 years, in the next 30 years, in the next 50 years, so that by the time you are where you want to be, then it means you've been taking massive action. You can't just say, I'm here today, I want to be there tomorrow, and you're sitting, feeling sorry for yourself without really taking any responsibility for yourself. You cannot blame your parents, you cannot blame your sisters or your siblings, you cannot blame your uncles, you cannot blame your family, you cannot blame your generation, you cannot blame where you are or which environment. You cannot blame the pandemic, you cannot blame no one. You still have responsibility of your life, and that is the one thing that you can control, your life. So if you take control of your life, you will be taking action daily. And when you're taking action daily, you're moving towards your desired destination. You have to move. You have to get out of your comfortable zone to make sure that you are moving towards where you want to be. So she knew that she had to take control, and she knew that no one could take control for her, and she knew that she had to take control of her life. So once you know that you have to take control of your life, what do? Because you've got to be doing something. She shares 2 things we can learn from Oprah, and that is what made her successful in her life. Number 1, circumstances don't control your future. We are in this pandemic, all of us. We can cry, we can mourn, we can grieve, we can sit, we can do a lot of nothing, or we can decide, even in this situation, I am going to take control of what I can control, and I'm going to still do something that will move me towards my life destination, because only you know what you want to be in your life in the future. I don't know, and everybody else doesn't know except yourself, so you know. So circumstances don't control your future. So note that these circumstances are not controlling your future. Start taking action today. Refuse to say that I am stuck. If God has given you and blessed you with this day, it means you can take control of your life, and please do that. So don't sit back and say there's nothing I can do. Look at yourself and remind yourself what you are capable of, what you have overcome before, and remind yourself you still have the strength and you will still be able to overcome. Number 2, your success doesn't depend on luck, where you live, or whether you're rich or poor. They always say, when you're ready, when the opportunity appears, then you'll be able to get that opportunity. What are you doing today to make sure that even in these circumstances, when something comes up, you will get an opportunity? Are you sitting, grieving, feeling sorry for yourself, or are you going to change the situation for your life, take responsibility for your life, and make it different? Oprah wasn't told she wasn't good, and still she made the best of her life in an area where she wasn't supposed to excel. You too have a story. Unless you can interrupt that story, interrupt that belief, interrupt that pattern, unless you take that charge, no one else will take that charge for you, for your life. No one will make it different for you. Start today. Take action, even if you don't have the house, and everything will fall into place. Pay attention, remain present. Things, people will appear. People who are supposed to help you to get and to help you get into your destination. Pay attention. It is not the people you expect that will have the solution or the resources that you're looking for. It is the people you don't think they can do anything that will appear before you, and they will have the next connecting point to your life. So those 2 points, keep in mind. Number 1, circumstances don't control your future. You do. So know yourself and know truly who you are and what you can accomplish. You've done it before, you can do it now. Nothing is stopping you. And number 2, your success doesn't depend on luck, where you live, whether you're rich or poor. I know. Stop getting excuses and giving yourself excuses and wishing things would just happen. They don't just happen. You've got to be taking action. Take responsibility for your life and make sure that you are responsible for your life. No one will take it. So, with that said, I want to give you your challenge for today, so that as you think about how Oprah Winfrey was able to change her life, you know that you too can do something for your own life. No one is responsible for your life. Not even the parents who brought you to this life are responsible for your life. Yourself, you have to take responsibility and take charge for your life. So my challenge is today, for you today, is ask yourself, make a list of the excuses you've been telling yourself. I can't do this because my father didn't do, my mother didn't do, my siblings didn't do, my teachers told me I couldn't, the environment said it is not possible, it's never been done to my family or in my family. What are the excuses that you've always had that you can't do what you're meant to do? You can't lead because your boss said, your sister said, your mother said, your father said, your teacher said, whoever said, or whatever excuse you've given yourself. Now, I want you to imagine yourself in a highly responsible person that you would be without those excuses. Now, this is you. And you are responsible for your life. You have no excuses. Who is that person? And how do you feel when you take charge and responsibility for your life? What would you do differently? And how do you feel? Is it different? That will help you to think and begin to take responsibility for yourself. So, if you are responsible for your life from today henceforth, what would you do differently? How would you operate? Stop having excuses. They are not valid. Not now. And from today henceforth, you are responsible for your life. I believe in you, and I believe God believes in you. Take action and take responsibility for your life. And until next time, see you. Be responsible. It's your life. It's a goodbye for me.